Hey, it's Real Gamer 88 here, and I hope you're all keeping well, me old gaming darlings. So it's been a while since the last recording, but obviously weekends is probably the best that you get any future content, and maybe up to the odd day of the evening, but yeah, you know what it is. But anyways, I hope you've been enjoying the recent episodes of the first Gex of our Gex Trilogy, and of course, well, we're now ready for the second part of Gex Enter the Gecko. Now, we will be using the European version, which, of course, the voice actor is different. The voice actor will be Leslie Phillips. Now, for our North American friends who wondering who Leslie Phillips is, Leslie Phillips, on a more recent scale, he did the voicing of the Magic Sorting Hat in the Harry Potter series. So, funny enough, I believe this is the only video game that he actually did voice acting for. So, what we're going to be doing here, so the gameplay obviously is the first time Gex goes 3D, and of course we will be basing the episode on per television world. You'll see what I mean when we first come to it, so all will be fine from there. But anyways, my old gaming darlings, if you are new to this channel, I am Real Gamer 88. Drop a subscribe so that you can enjoy future content coming through, and of course drop a like of the video if you did enjoy yourself, and of course talk to me and the other communities as well of dropping a comment as well. The support for the channel will always be appreciated. But anyways, less waffling on and more gaming. It's tail time.
Since retiring from the public eye, I have resigned myself to a life of solitude. For 2 years, I started my day watching supermarkets sweep. Days, then weeks, blurred into one long, sorry afternoon chat show. The next thing I know, some government goons show up at my house. Seems they've caught a whiff of old Mr. Sunshine himself, Raz. He's back in the media dimension, and they think I'm crazy enough to go back in after him. So they whisked me away to Interrogation 101. They play rough. Start giving me the business. I give a little back. So we negotiate a little something to cover my expenses.
To be fair, I'd fart back.
They throw in one of those secret agent suits, and I tell them we've got a deal. Looks like I'm heading back into the media dimension. There's going to be deja, ouch, all over again. Nice try, big boy.
You can tell that was a bit of a James Bond cameo style in that ending of that demonstration video. So, the major difference that you'll see this in comparison to the original PlayStation 1 game is that they've got rid of the option in this section of the game, because obviously it's now in the trilogy of the selections. So obviously the options here is disabled. So obviously there's nothing else that we can do really apart from let's start and get on with the tail timing. I'm pretty sure Leslie Phillips made a few appearances in the Carry On films back in the 60s of that Carry On franchising films. I'm sure he at least did one. But anyways, so controlling wise is actually quite smooth actually. and the double spring jump is so much easier. So much easier. There is no super fast action sprint like in comparison to the first. But however, there is 3 different types of camera viewing. You could either go, pressing triangle will obviously just confirms the zooming. If you hold down the triangle button, I wouldn't say first person view, but you get a customary look around, which from that transition from 2D to 3D straight away, they've done a pretty good job. But to change the actual camera settings, as I say, there's 3 different types. The one that we're on is semi-automatic, so the cameras will move around automatically for you some of the times, depending on what section of the level you're at or part of the world. But if that's not to your liking, just press the pause button, and you can see here you've got manual, where you have complete control of the camera using the right analog stick. Or if you feel completely lazy, then of course you could go for automatic. But I personally wouldn't go for automatic because it can be a little bit buggy. So if you're looking for the best in the camera control situation, I would go manual. So once you hit the start button, and of course you scroll to the left, just hit the X button, where of course you see the letters moving around in resume, and of course you're there. So of course, our very first level is going to be Out of Toon, the first world for this one. It's actually really good. It's actually a really good first world, to be fair. So the good thing is that unlike the previous Gex, you have normally you was only focusing on one remote to collect during your level. Sometimes the bonus level came about for you needed 2, depending on how you felt really at the end of it, as you've seen in the previous video. So in this occasion, you'll see 3 different ones here. But what if I told you, me old gaming darlings, that there is actually another 2 to find? Well, in each of the world, and I'm pretty sure that is most of them, if not all of them, that there's 2 hidden ones, and they're white coloured, or shall I say silver, apologies there, silver colour remotes. Now, the way that the system works is that one is hidden, where you have to look hard to try and find the silver remotes. They're very easy to start to find in the first few worlds, but then of course they make it a little bit difficult, and by all means they really do do make it difficult, so not as easy as you think. And then of course then it's the second silver remote is the amount of tokens you collect. In the first Gex, you played for just earning gold bugs, where in this one you earn 3 different types. I'll explain where we go through from here. So each red remote has its own theme to be able to obtain.
Ding dong. Time for Tubby Bye Bye.
Complete Teletubby reference there. So of course, each world, TV world, has its own tokens that you collect. And there's 3 different types of tokens you get.
Make it a double.
That wasn't meant to happen, but ayo. So the first round of tokens you need to collect is up to 30. And per every type of token you collect, once you complete them, you actually earn an extra life, which makes the bonus levels a little bit easy. Nearly does it, me old darling.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
So of course the health points there's obviously straight away there's no opportunities to earn extra, but to regain the health, you have to find these monitors where you find green coloured.
Tempt me, darling.
And as you can see, the first example, we've collected the first round of 30 tokens, and we're now having to collect a different type of tokens. So the second round is that you have to get 40 of these tokens.
I wanted bouncing pine trees. These are birch.
Well, I suppose if you're ordering from Temu, then you're getting the different bad quality stuff.
Judo chop, baby.
Unfortunately, you can't kill the flowers. You can only stun them, I'm afraid.
What's up, Doc?
My recommendation is that when it comes to the silver remotes, if you can try and clear them off, like collect them in your first TV remote, then of course it makes things easy of you don't have to worry about them so much of in the second or third red remotes. Do be warned, any enemies that you destroy and the tokens will not last forever in that spot. They will eventually disappear if you don't collect them. The purple television bug boxes...
That's not all, folks.
Well, exactly that, before you interrupted me, Gex. The purple bugs are obviously the extra lives, as you can see. I don't think you can run up that way. No, you can't. I swear that looks like Marge Simpson. How'd they get away with that?
I'm not going in there.
Tip of the day, if you see any fishes in Toon World, destroy them and you do actually get a few tokens out of them.
Just getting my kicks.
And as you can see, we earn another extra life, and we're now into the final phase of these token collections.
Note to self, don't step on any brown, mushy rocks.
I do like these little quirks that Leslie Phillips provides. They do make me chuckle. I remember when I was a kid, I loved playing this game.
I feel sick.
That's a bit rude.
Fantastic.
But it's just one of my favourite childhood memory games. I never managed to do 100% out of it though. Now obviously we chose for the boulder level, as you can see, but this red remote will come to in another time.
Ah, to see the world as Keith Richards does.
Note to self, when you are on the ice rink, you cannot... Oh, that's a bit weird. Is that just glitched? No. Ah, I thought I was stuck on the ice rink there. Is this the area? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, as you just seen, that was the first of the silver remotes. And all you have to do is climb up all the way up that waterfall right up to the top. And eventually you come to this moving platform. Once it opens out, take a run for it, jump, and here we have our first silver remote. So we've actually managed to get all of the silver remotes on this world. Or should I say this television. So now what we need to do... No, we haven't collected all of them. I beg my pardon. I'm so sorry for that error. So what we need to do now is, of course, the third final round of the tokens that we need to get 50, which we're not that far off at all, actually. But as soon as we get 50, it automatically appears up for us.
Boy George's pants.
Steady on, Gex. Bit of a Looney Tunes reference in case you wanted me, old gaming darlings.
You'll thank me when you're older.
Spoiler alert, there's another Toon World level where you go as another character reference
This is
from
no
Looney
time
Tunes.
for cartoon jokers.
If you know the rabbit season, duck season, and I say like rabbit season because they've overemphasized the W there.
That's not all, folks. Say hello to the floor.
Yeah, these guys here, that's another remote mission, but they take about 3 hits to be able to get rid of. And you need another two more, and we should be fine. And we've got an easy pick to go for.
Have some of that.
And as you can see, once you completed the third set of tokens, you get the silver remote. And now we can officially say that. Oh,
cad.
sorry there, that's quite funny. So, as you can see, that we've managed to get all the silver remotes now. So what this does is that you can still collect the tokens at your own free will, but per 50 tokens you get an extra life. So if you're into life stacking, then winner winner chicken dinner, this is all in your favour. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of these bear traps. You have to timely avoid them.
Obi-Wan has taught you well.
Oh dear. Oh, just about. Well, I'm glad they did the viewpoint like that.
Watch me use my tail to kick your behind. File this under ouch.
Again, this is another red remote that we will collect at another time. Especially in this episode.
No time for cartoon jokers.
And straight down through the hole, and we get to the last part of this TV area. And you can tell that by looking at for that TV with the checkered markings. The checkered marking TV, for those who don't know, is the checkpoint. I would say I'm a little bit late for the warning, but it does give a bright flash, so be careful for those who are epileptic.
File this under ouch.
And as you can see, we've collected another 50 tokens and we gain an extra life out of it.
Gecko chop, baby.
If you come across these boulders, dudes, you can only do it 3 times for when they spit out the tokens. Oh, that's not good. Ah, that'd be why. Yeah, careful on this part. There's a big gust of air that will try to push you off. So try to time it well in the sense of... Yeah, so try to time it so that you don't get pushed off. Prior warning, do not overstress about trying to collect every single token. You do not get anything out of it.
Come with 2 olives.
I think that's a cocktail reference.
Slip of the tongue.
Do it again. So these signposts here, you only get to do it twice to be able to splurge out the tokens. If you're one for patiency, for timing on your jumps, now would be the good time to sort of embrace that. Unfortunately, you can't do it from there, so what we need to do is jump across through all the way here. Let that sink across, and quickly doing so, so when they both go back, we'll wait for that second one to come through and quickly does it. With only half a second to spare, we managed to just do it. This is what I say about timing it, if for patience. Safety wise, double jump it through. Now this does move around, so try to get all the way. You're not going to fall down, so don't worry. But then as you get to that bit, just double jump it, and then ladies and gentlemen, me old gaming darlings, we have got our first red remote.
This is no time for cartoon jokers.
If you're expecting Gex to say all sorts of different lines, I wouldn't expect him to say loads of different comments. I don't know if that's just how much recording time that they could do with the PlayStation games back then. So Gex can be a little bit repetitive on each TV world, but he does say different quotes, but it's just different for different worlds. So as you could see from previously, we got our silver remotes in our first attempt along with the red remote. So when collecting the silver remotes, do not think that, oh, that's it, you're cut off like in some games that you would for bonus remotes. That's not the case. You can still go through the red remotes. So it's when you collect the red remote, that's when the level ends. We'll quickly save this for our progress, my old gaming darlings.
Ding dong.
Who's up for another red remote? Hunt 2 hunters. Here we go. So quite a relatively easy one.
Hello.
I think the hunters kind of remind me of Elmer Fudd of the Looney Tunes franchise. So there's quite a bit of heavy Looney Tune reference in here.
Ah, to see the world as Keith Richards does.
But because we've already collected the silver remotes, you don't have to feel pressure into collecting so many of the tokens unless you really wanted to stack up on your lives. So we have to go all the way through
bouncing pine trees. These are birch.
This is the unfortunate thing, is that you do not get a warning to say when Gex or Leslie Phillips is going to give out a quote, so it's a little bit hard to, like, when you're trying to give a timing to it all. But as I say, when you go on to fighting the two hunters, you have to climb all the way up to the top and find the hole, well, clearly pointing. If Captain Obvious wasn't obvious, maybe. Jump down. We go into our Timu costume of Bugs Bunny. I think that we'll just reference it that because I don't ever remember Bugs Bunny being pink. Is it pink? I'd say it's pink. I don't know if he was telling me to shut it. Perhaps he was. So quite easily, we've got the first hunter here. But be careful when he does shoot from his shotgun, because the bullets will follow you around. You can't hit the bullets, so you just have to tail maneuver. But as soon as he shoots again, the previous bullet will, of course, automatically disappear.
I'm in Boy George's pants.
But when we get the second hunter, we'll have to go all the way back to this television here to collect the red remote. So bear with, jump all over these logs. And as we can see here, it's our second and last hunter.
This is Gecko signing off.
Nice little mid-air pause there with his forward flip. Or back flipping, actually. The unfortunate thing is that when you hit an enemy and the tokens come out, if it's in a scene where it shows the red remote or anything else, they will automatically disappear. So do take that into consideration if token collecting was your game. So we run all the way back. Geronimo!
Nice one.
Why, thank you. So out of 3, we're nearly there, me old gaming darlings, for the third remote. Now, the third remote, if memory serves me well, we had to find the 5 purple mushrooms. It's really easy, actually. We'll explain for that in a bit.
Sweet, like candy.
So then what we do is, once again,
I know when
jump
I'm
on.
not wanted.
Don't say it like that, Gex, me old boy. So, whack 5 purple mushrooms. And the good thing is about it is that it's all within the first part of this level. You don't have to go further now and wide.
Hello, ladies. A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
So a bit of useless knowledge. I believe and think that Leslie Phillips was offered for the voice acting again for Gex Deep Cover Gecko, the third final installment, but unfortunately, due to him filming, I think he was filming, if not his appearance in the Lara Croft film for Tomb Raider, but any other filming work, he was not available to do any voice acting. So then, of course, it was offered to Danny John Jules. For those who don't know who Danny John Jules is, he starred in 80s, early 90s television for Tony Robinson's Marilyn Maid's band, and of course, most well known is the comedy, and still ongoing actually, of Red Dwarf, where he
Note
plays
to
the
self,
cat.
don't step on any brown mushy rocks.
And so, and he's still ongoing for that drama comedy. As I say, it's drama. It's actually comedy, actually. And the voice acting he actually provides is, I'd say, no disrespects to Leslie Phillips, but he provides a little bit more comical. Leslie Phillips is funny, but Danny John Jules has got a little bit more wit to it. You will understand that when we play that third part of the trilogy. So, of course, when you destroy the purple mushrooms or any missions that relating to, like, I don't know, destroy containers or anything, you do get a numeric counter that comes up. It won't display when you pause the game, unfortunately, but it will only be for when...
That's not all, folks.
Exactly, before you interrupt me again, is, of course, for when... only for when you actually go to destroy them. We're not doing a very good job here, guys. We only seem to be doing the one.
A slip of the tongue.
And quite clearly, we see number 2 of the purple mushroom.
I wanted bouncing pine trees. These are birch.
And then there's purple mushroom number 3. And I think the 4th one was right there.
Oh, I see.
Now the 5th one, I believe, was along this way here. Yeah, you can't touch these remotes, unfortunately. Once you've collected them, you cannot be awkwardly about trying to collect them again. It only works on the red remotes, I'm afraid.
To see the world as Keith Richards does.
Well, where did I go about with the 5th one? Oh, there it was. And as you can see, the third and final
like
red remote
George's pants.
is just across the river.
Hope they don't need ID.
So there we have it. We have all the 3 red remotes and all the both the reward and hidden silver remotes in Out of Toon. As we head back to the media dimension, we'll have to stop the recording from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed Out of Toon. It is the first recommended one. There is a second one which is a little bit, I'd say a little inch of a difficulty, but I think it's common to go through in this order. So, in this section of the media dimension, if you get 3 red remotes, then of course you unlock the boss level for that section. But that will be another time for the recording, me old gaming darlings. So, you're probably going to think, what's the other TV before we do the boss fighting? Well, Screen TV, Smell Razor. Now, it's quite an interesting horror-themed TV. In case you're wondering what Screen TV was all about. And Gex does come up with he does come up with some quite interesting, funny quotes. But anyways, we'll have to stop the recording here, me old gaming darlings. And if you did enjoy this video, please do like and drop a comment if you feel like you want to message out or talk or ask questions. And by all means, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe. And over and out, me old gaming darlings. Until next time.